Hello, today I'm going to outline how to implement assistive technology based on a student's learning profile. First, let's meet Ben. Benjamin Hines is an 8-year-old boy who attends White Pine Public School. Ben likes trains, superheroes, and loves riding his bike with his friends. Ben has also been diagnosed with a specific learning disability in reading and writing. Ben has average and above average skills in the following areas. He has good verbal and visual reading, long-term memory, specifically a good capacity for context in auditory long-term memory. He has good graphomotor skills, executive functioning, and he has above average typing skills. Ben is also very motivated to do well and participate in school and group activities. Unfortunately, Ben struggles with his cognitive and phonological processing speed. Though his auditory long-term memory can hold context, Ben has difficulties with recognizing and remembering discrete details. Ben is also behind grade level in decoding, word reading, and oral reading fluency. When looking for a tool or device to assist Ben, we need to look for something that can be used in the classroom and at home. It typically takes Ben much longer to complete his work at home and school, which can become discouraging. Because Ben is in grade 3, it will need to be fairly easy to learn and use. Ben's teacher will allow a device in the classroom, but Ben's parents have a limited budget. The tool will need to address Ben's processing difficulties and written output. He will most likely need this device across subject areas to follow along, complete independent work, and participate in group work. With this in mind, I would implement Google Read and Write. This program is a free extension Google Chrome designed to support an individual's reading and writing skills in a more accessible way. There are many features of Google Read and Write, but here are some that will assist Ben. It offers text-to-speech, speech-to-text, a highlighting tool, a translator, dictionary and picture dictionary, word prediction, pushpin, voice notes, and it works with web pages, Google Docs, PDFs, etc. The main benefit of Google Read and Write is the ability for individuals to listen while reading using the text-to-speech feature. So LWR, also referred to as listening previewing, involves the student reading silently while the same text is read aloud by a live tutor or a technological device, such as a book on tape or a computer. This accommodation circumvents poor phonemic awareness, underdeveloped alphabetic principle, and disfluent word decoding, deficiencies known to manifest in poor text comprehension. In order to implement this AT, a school can provide a Chromebook or laptop. At home, Ben has access to an iPad, headphones, and a microphone. Because Google Read and Write is an extension of Google Chrome, once the user has downloaded the extension, they can log into their account from anywhere and use the Read and Write features. So there are 4 primary areas we need to focus on when implementing this AT. First off, how is it going to help Ben? Is it appropriate for this environment? What tasks will Ben need to accomplish? And how can this tool be implemented? First, let's look at how this will help our student. Ben is below average in cognitive processing and written output. As I mentioned, Read and Write provides word prediction technology, and according to research, as the user types the first letters of the desired word, a list of possible words appear on the screen, and this list is revised until the desired word is predicted. Several authors reported that word prediction software can help support students with poor spelling skills or a poor understanding of grammatical rules and punctuation, or both, as well as stimulate composition and increase typing speed. Ben is also below average in decoding, word recognition, and oral fluency. Google Read and Write allows for bimodal stimuli. Users can read along as the program reads the words out loud, using their text-to-speech technology. Various studies have investigated individuals' task performance when they were given auditory, visual, and bimodal stimuli. By measuring participants' reaction time for a decision regarding their presented stimuli, researchers have commonly found a facilitative effect of the bimodal condition when stimuli presented to each sensory channel were the same or functionally related. Finally, Ben has poor auditory long-term memory for discrete details. However, high average long-term memory and average auditory long-term memory for context. The text-to-speech highlighting tool and dictionary picture features present the information in simultaneous ways. Since then, others have shown that short-term retention is improved when an item, such as a word or digit string, is presented to visual and auditory channels simultaneously. It is also important to be cognizant of Ben's environment. As mentioned, Google Read and Write can be accessed at home and at school. Ben can use the AT in his classroom using a Chromebook or his iPad rather than having to move to another room. It can also be used for individual or group work, something that Ben is motivated to improve. Lastly, Google Read and Write allows the teacher to connect with the student at school and at home. For example, the teacher can upload any worksheets or homework to Google Docs or Google Classroom, where Ben can access it from his device. This AT will assist Ben in 3 main areas: decoding and word recognition, processing speed, and written output. To help with reading, Ben can use Read and Write's text-to-speech, dictionary, and highlighting tool. The text-to-speech and text-to-audio file may help with Ben's processing speed by providing bimodal stimuli. Ben can also work on his written output by using word prediction and the highlighting tool for organization, research, and understanding. When not using the text-to-speech feature, Google Read and Write allows Ben to type his work rather than write it out by hand, and typing is something Ben already excels at, so there would be little need for training here. The AT also provides simple yet effective features. For example, the dictionary provides very basic definitions. However, these are perfect for a grade 3 student. Using a Chromebook or laptop is also not incredibly intrusive or alienating in a classroom, as many students and teachers already make use of this device. I've set up a training schedule for Ben to help him use the AT. On the first day, April 30th, Ben's teacher will introduce some of the features of Google Read and Write to Ben and his parents. Ben will receive most of his training during first recess, so 10:40 to 11 a.m., and his parents will meet with Ben's teacher after school. On May 1st, Ben's teacher will show him how to use Google Apps, such as Docs, Classroom, Slides, etc., so he can complete his worksheets online and at home. He will have text-to-speech training from May 2nd to 4th and speech-to-text training from 7th to 8th. Of course, it is important to track Ben's progress over these 6 weeks and assess any gains. Ben's teacher will assess any increased word recognition and decoding, increased oral reading fluency, and increased written output. To assist with word recognition and decoding, Ben will be trained to use text-to-speech, the highlighting tool, the online dictionary, and the vocabulary lists. He will be assessed using running records on May 21st and June 11th. Ben will again use the text-to-speech, highlighting tool, and screen mask to help improve his reading fluency. He will be assessed on a reading passage on May 14th and 18th, as well as on June 1st and 11th. Finally, Google Read and Write's speech-to-text and word prediction are designed to help with written output. Progress will be tracked using the WADI AT user guide. Ben will also work on drafting, editing, and producing a written paragraph on a topic of his choice. Time will be set aside on May 4th and 18th, as well as June 1st and 11th, for Ben to work on this process. Thank you so much for listening to my assistive technology implementation.